that you can do just about any stitch you would do in normal crochet, you can do in Tunisian. Just keeping the last loop live until you can come through. That I love. And I've made hats and scarves and blankets, and it's just really, really neat. And so fast. Just in this few minutes we've been doing this, you have all these things. Now, so if you want to take and you want to do a double Tunisian stitch, oh, I haven't shown you the knit stitch. Let's show you the knit stitch. When you do this, you're going to find that it looks exactly like knitting, but it's a more stable knit, it's more consistent looking, and it's just a very lovely thing to use in Tunisian. So to do a knit stitch, you have this first one is live and you're already in these two, so of course you can skip that one. Then you find the second one. Normally, you know, in the simple stitch we used just the front part and went all the way through for the simple stitch of the horizontal bars, or vertical bars, I guess. For the knit stitch, we're going to go in the middle of the front and back bars. So you're going to go through the center here, pull up a loop, and leave it on. Then you're going to find the center, front and back, go through the center, pull up a loop, through the center, pull up a loop. And you can see that once you get going, just find the horizontal bar in front, and then you can feel the back. Put this through the middle. Nice thing about these great big stitches and great big yarns is you can easily see all this, as long as it's a nice smooth yarn. Okay, so we're going to go all the way across. It's just fast as it can be and easy, and it's very pretty. Here's the last regular stitch. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The last one, you find the 3 strands like this. Put the 2 on top, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll just do a couple of rows of this real fast so you can see what it looks like on this sampler. It just is really kind of neat. And so you could make, you can use this stitch on a shawl, on scarf, hats, garments. You can make garments if you want to out of this, but it looks exactly like it's been knit. So if you're a crocheter who hasn't ever found themselves comfortable trying to knit, you can accomplish a knit stitch with crocheting. Okay, so we're all the way back. Here we are again at the first stitch with this loop is already taken and used. So here we go in the middle between the front and back loops. Found your horizontal bar. Go in the middle between the front and back. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last stitch, the 2 bars on top, 11. Yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2, all the way back. Need some more yarn here. Thing about the big hooks is you have to keep your yarn fluid. You go through it yardage really fast. You can see just how fast and easy this is. Anybody can do it. That's what's so fun and exciting. My eyes are getting so bad that it's becoming a difficulty to. Now I don't know if you can see this starting to emerge. Maybe I could do another row or 2 for you, but this is the knit stitch. Looks just like knitting. So that's fun. So you can do, this is a single crochet knit stitch. You can do either the simple stitch in a double or a treble or any thing you want to do, let me just show you here. If we're going to do it in the knit, I think it should be a horizontal bar. I don't know what it looks like double in the knit. But you would yarn over before you go into the bar, pull it up, yarn over, pull through the two, and now that's your one stitch. That's a double crochet. So you yarn over, just like in the simple stitch, go under the horizontal bar, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the two. Now you've done 3 stitches, the first one plus the 2. Oh, if you're gonna, let me go back step, I forgot to tell you, if you're going to do a double, you have to chain 1 on the first stitch so that you come up to the level for the double crochet, okay? So you would chain 1, unlike where you chain 2, you would get too much height in this by chaining 2. Chain 1, yarn over, pull through the horizontal bar, yarn over, go through the 2. Now that's your second stitch. Yarn over, go through the horizontal, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. It's as if you were doing the double crochet decrease on normal crocheting, but you keep the loops all alive, and then you finish them up on your reverse row, if that makes any sense. So yarn over, I'll just finish this row so you can see how pretty it can be. And here we go. This is nice for a rug too, and goes very, very fast. I have a girlfriend using 2 strands of the Lion brand, super bulky, with the big hook, using the double crochet. And it really looks nice and has gone very, very fast, very quickly. Okay. Turn over. Now here we are, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yarn over, go through the 2 bars on top. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now we're going to reverse. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're finishing off each one of those double crochet stitches. You can see how big these loops are. I'm not convinced this is the best way to go for the great big hook. It's wonderful for the smallest one, but at least it lets you see what it looks like. Here's your double crochet rows. Now this is already set up for another row of double crochet, but I'm going to pull this back out so I can show you how you finish off a normal row. And ripping out is so simple, because unlike knit where you would rip all the way down, you're just going to pull out and have, it's actually the forward and the reverse to get back to the previous row with all finished stitches. Okay, so now here we are at the end of just normal Tunisian stitches. So we're going to finish this off, you would simply either in this case it's the knit stitch. So I would go into the knit, and instead of keeping these live, I would yarn over and pull through 2. So go in the middle of the stitch, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. If I was doing the simple stitch, I'd be going between. If the full stitch, I'd be going between. If I was on the simple stitch, I would be going in the front bar only. So since this is finishing off where we had the knit stitch, I'm just going in, and it's like crocheting. You can do this, or you can simply slip stitch. I like, since I have this lovely edge on the bottom, I like to finish off the top the same way. So we have the same finish on the top. Now the nice thing about these large hooks that I've made, I like them to be versatile. I want to be able to buy one and use it for several things. So this is fine. This is all you need for a scarf or a hat. But if you wanted to do a blanket that's 48, 50, 60 inches, you can actually fit enough loops on here to do the width of a blanket. I've even done blankets on the vertical as opposed to the horizontal. And this will handle that. They get scrunched up, but that's what's wonderful about this stopper peg. If you're doing just one color, this keeps the stitches from going off the end. If you're doing two colors, then chances are you're not going to be quite this wide, but if you are, you can just hold it at the end and prevent it from slipping off. But as a general rule, it'll serve you well for all those things. And here we are at the last one, 2 on top, and there you go. And then you would simply pull up the loop, snip it, and weave it in with the needle. But you can see how beautifully finished it is. And the top here and the other end are alike. Now, if you want to go back with a smaller gauge, slightly smaller gauge, and do a blanket edge. But let me show you what else you can do. You can get to this point on this and decide you want a textural change. So you could do this much, come to the end, finish off the way I just showed you, and turn it. And now you can pick up and do whatever stitch you want going the other way. You've already got that loop just by doing this. And then you can do 4, 5, 6 rows with the pattern reversed, because this is your knit, the back of your knit stitch, or the purl rows. So you can have this nice edge on the bottom and then pick up and have the knit stitch on the other side, either for a bunch of rows or for the whole garment. This is the back of the full stitch, which is very pretty. And alternating sections of this and this make your blanket reversible and quite lovely. The textural changes are really, really neat. So wherever you want to change and come back and not have any baggy loops, I imagine you could probably not even finish it off and just well, you have to finish it off to get to the right end of it. Or you could have come this far, pick up another yarn, either the same color or another color, take off your peg. Let's just show you this. Pull in another color of yarn, or another kind of yarn. Let me see here. Let's just pretend this is the same kind of yarn but a different color, or you may like to join these two things. I'm just taking this apart so I can show you how you can do a color change. Okay, so this is now, you've got all your stitches live, and you want to come back and add another color. So you turn it, and I always just make another slip knot, because it makes a firmer and nicer joining, and come through for the first one. And you're doing just as if you're on the reverse for this row. You're just yarning over for pull through 1 the first time, pull through 2, that one, and the next one for the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, I'll show show you what this looks like. It's really great. Now, we want to switch back. And now pick up with the white. And let's see. Let's just use the simple stitch. So we're going to find the horizontal bars. This one goes with the first stitch already. It's got this loop in it. So now we're going to come behind this. Let me get this over behind. And we're going to pick up the horizontal bar and go through all the way across. We could be doing the full stitch, we could be doing the knit stitch, we could be doing anything we want. But you're going to get both textural and color changes this way. It's really kind of fun. All the way across. Find the two on the end. And tighten this up. And here's the two on the end. Now we're going to turn and pull through the other color. This is a nice demonstration of the use of the colors. Go through one, go through two, way across. Now, you'll see this. You have both the textural and color changes. One side looks different than the other, but they're both quite lovely. I'll do another demonstration on this another time, but it shows you the versatility. Now I'm going to show you this yarn, what it looks like, and I particularly like this. This is Patton's Cobbles. And I love this done in the full stitch. I'm going to put the peg back in this one. And we're going to do our, I already had the slip stitch in this one, so I'll just use it. Pull it snug, but not too tight. And we're going to do, I think, 8 on this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to go in the bump in the back. So again, you get this lovely edge with doing it that way. So find the first bump. If you get into like a homespun or something where it's very difficult to see, then just use your normal picking up of the chain, because it's very hard in those yarns to see the bump. But in this case, it's just where you can see it, it's such a nice way to finish it. See, that's 1, 2,